the prediction for 2020 is that I think the market will go faster than we can follow. So for the time being, the chaos might increase.
We are going to solve water in 2020. We're going to truly have, in my heart, the opportunity to bring the people together of diverse areas and have a common decision to say, here's a way we can solve it in all of these places, and here's how we can do better by our residents around the world. And I do believe that's got to be a piece of all of this.
I think we will see 3 gigawatts of solar farms developed in Spain without subsidy, and that's the first market in Europe where we're going to see that.
My prediction for 2020, Brexit will happen.
Yeah, for me, with certainly with our platform and digitalisation programme, it's developing a complete set of applications across that market that will enable us to digitise all our engineering solutions within there, and then the second part of that is getting those applications and solutions working together, so we've got a complete end-to-end view of the data, and then we can offer a really informed solution based on what we find.
Much more clarity on the connection between system operation and market operation. That might seem strange because it's a bit technical, but I think is the missing link in all this ecosystem.
First element is energy efficiency. Just when you look at the most recent publication from the European Union, this is where we're lagging behind clearly in terms of investment, and at the same time it's probably the best euro you can invest in terms of sustainability overall. So energy efficiency, we're really excited about. Not only like the deep tech solution, very innovative, but also the smaller, I would say, or the more, sometimes the more obvious solutions that apply in particular to legacy assets. So we're very excited by any solution that can help legacy assets, buildings, etc., achieve the 5, 10, 15% savings on energy. But if you look at that on the basis of the huge value of those legacy assets in Europe, it's actually we're talking huge numbers of energy saving, GHG reduction, etc. So that's probably one thing. The second one on which we're very excited about is also probably around grid data analytics for grids. There's a lot of things going on right now. It's crowded, but at the same time we think that people who are able to look especially on the low voltage side will probably emerge as I don't know if we have to say winners, but very, very attractive value proposals.
I hope we're getting close to an inflection point in the most advanced countries of actually, with the legislation driving for a third of energy coming from renewable by 2030, for looking at push around CO2 emission reduction, that we're really getting to an inflection point where the utilities are going to start to have the courage to make change and realize that what they're going through in terms of digitalization challenges have been experienced by most other industry sectors out there. We're talking manufacturing, telecommunications, oil and gas, etc. And so that there are methods to apply, there are sequences to adopt that make it something you can overcome, right? That it's manageable. And I think it's about helping them, from our perspective as a provider, as a vendor, ultimately, to assist the utilities in that journey so they realize it's not as complicated, as daunting as it might seem.
One prediction for 2020? We're going to talk a lot more about citizen. I think a lot has been done in order to get the technology ready, in order to make the energy system fit for renewables. Now we need to bridge the gap between the technology, the decisions, and the citizens. We can see all around that there are a lot of citizen willingness. I mean, the climate march. From the youth, the strike for climate and Extinction Rebellion, they are all citizen signals that we need to achieve and that they don't see the work that is being done at the European level or that it doesn't go fast enough. So now there'll be a lot of work to be performed, and this is essential. I'm pretty sure this will be the focus of the coming months regarding the energy sector.
Yeah, I mean that's an interesting one because although we've spoken a lot about all of this, the new countries that we're going to around the world. The next 12 months actually marks, if you like, a return to our home market of Greece. We've recently started on construction of a major new investment for our own group. This is an 826 megawatt combined cycle, H-class. If you like, it's one of the first of a new generation of gas, highly efficient power generation assets in Greece, certainly in Greece, and actually in Europe more generally. So we're going to be focusing a lot of attention on that, and we're looking forward to that coming online towards the end of 2021.
I foresee already is that we're looking at social and equity becoming a bigger part of the discussion, especially when we're talking about smart cities. So it's going to be less about technology and more about the people.